main story today, of course, the appearance in court in Mangaung by Ace Makashule, the Secretary General of the ANC, on charges of corruption relating to the asbestos scandal in the Free State. Joined now by Bakoena Ramosie, the Free State Provincial Secretary for the South African National Civics Organisation. Bakoena, good afternoon to you. What's your view of what happened today? Are you supporting the Secretary General?
Yeah, let me thank you very much, Stephen, to you and the viewers. You know what is happening to us as the civic movement in the Free State, as the residents of the Free State, as the communities of the Free State. We are very much pleased. We are very much pleased in the sense that we are starting to see the law taking its course in terms of the issues that we have been complaining and crying about as the residents of the Free State, specifically based on the issues that have happened, on issues that were supposed to take place for the certain sectors of the community, whereby they were promised certain things but they never happened, though they were informed that the budgets were put aside in terms of making sure that things will come and things will start to happen. But it was just unfortunate that when things were supposed to happen, then there was no money to do that, irrespective that the budget was actually allocated. So we are saying, as the community of the Free State, we support the state institutions that are making sure that at least the truth must come out to ensure, and so for us to know as the citizens, to say who actually is involved, who is on the wrong side. And we are saying, we are not ashamed to say those who are found to be on the wrong side, they must pay for their sins. Because to be honest with you, if you can look at the people who are staying on these houses that are having asbestos, they are still suffering because those things, they are hazardous to their lives. But to this date, they are still staying on those houses with those asbestos when the money was allocated, so that in order for them to be removed. But the case is not the same because nothing has happened. So we are saying, indeed, the government needs to do something in order to ensure that those wrong things are being corrected, especially the people who are taking from the public, who are taking the public funds that are meant to change our people's lives. We are saying, indeed, we are a bit pleased on what is happening currently.
What do you make then of the people who were in court and outside court supporting Ace Makashule today? Are you surprised that he has so much support?
No. We are not surprised as Sanko in the Free State. I will tell you why we are not surprised. You must understand that indirectly or directly so, some of these people, they are beneficiaries on the wrongdoings that has been happening in the province. So the only thing that they can do is to go out trying to object or to block in order that things must not be prevailed, in order that the truth must not be prevailed. So we are not surprised because if you are a beneficiary and you know that at least there is something that you gained, obviously you will act like that. But to be honest with you, there is no principle on that because there is no principle in the sense that when people have done wrong things and then communities are trying to say, government, can you do something in order to ensure that you correct the wrong things that the people, the individuals are doing, then you go again and you come to the forefront and you are saying, no, this person must not be done this. Then who should take the blame, or who should take the responsibility of the wrong things that people have committed, you know? So we are not surprised of what we have seen today. But the unfortunate part that we are saying as the Sanko Free State is that we are aware that there were people who were bused from all the provinces throughout the country. So that is what surprises us to say, what is actually at the mind of these people? Are they saying we should support the wrongdoings, the things that are doing bad things towards our communities, or what?
Do you believe then that Ace Makashule should step aside from his position as Secretary General of the ANC?
To be honest with you, Stephen, I'm going to speak based on my organization as Sanko, because the processes of ANC are the processes of the ANC, but they are not the process of us as the civic movement. But we are saying we are looking at you, the African National Congress, to say, what are you doing? And what are you saying when things are at this condition, when things are at this stage? Because it won't be us who says who must do what at what time. It depends from what the ANC want to do. Because at times, we have learned it to say, at times we will say people should be removed or people should do this, only to find out that it's not what those others who are there, those who are responsible to implement certain things, they don't see it that way. So we are just saying, we are looking at the African National Congress to say, here is the situation, and then when the situation is like this, what are you intending to do, and what is your plan as the alliance leader? Because you must remember that there are 4 components of the alliance. But for us as the civic movement, it is a bit awkward to say what must happen in terms of the issues of the business of the ANC. But we are saying we are looking at them, and we expect that they will do the right things, and they will ensure that they do something that will bring back the dignity of the people and the trust that the people have to them. So what they do, then we are still watching, and we will wait and see what will happen.
I think we can read between the tea leaves there, or read between the lines, Bakoena. I think you're sending the message pretty clearly. I do want to ask you a little bit about the governance of Ace Magashule while he was the Premier in the Free State. I mean, it's not just this particular issue that has been brought to attention. We've seen, of course, the Estina dairy farm. There are other issues as well. We all know what was in the book, Gangster State. The point I'm trying to get to is, how would you describe the Free State as it was governed by Ace Magashule in your view?
To be honest with you, Stephen, there is a lot of things that have happened to this state. Like you have mentioned the dairy farm project, but there are still other projects that are not even mentioned. For example, I'm going to surprise you. There is another project similar to that one of the dairy farm that is called an apple farm near a place called Bethlehem here in the Free State. The same thing that happened in the dairy farm project, the same action happened in that one also. There were beneficiaries that were supposed to benefit on that project. But what happened is that they never benefited, the same like those ones of the dairy farm, the same like those one of the asbestos project. So there is a lot that has been happening in the province. And to be honest with you, the Free State is not in the good condition at the moment. There is poverty. There is inequality that is taking place in the province, because people are struggling here, mainly because there are people who were able to take away what was meant to the public, that was meant to address the challenges of the society. People saw it as an opportunity to enrich themselves. So I can tell you now to say, no, the state of the Free State is not in the right position, starting from back then, based on those projects that you have just mentioned. Hence I was saying, let me just bring the other one, which is called an apple farm that is there near the Bethlehem. Because there is a lot of things which I think the government institutes, as far as these law agencies are concerned, they will still go ahead and ensure that all those things that are covered somewhere around the province, they are being revealed and the truth is being told. Because the people who are supposed to be beneficiaries, they are sitting there in the shacks, they are sitting there under poverty, while they were supposed to be somewhere around, somewhere up there in terms of the development of their lives.
Bakoena Ramosie, I do appreciate the time. Thank you. The Provincial Secretary for the South African National Civics Organisation, SANCO, in the Free State. We'll